Okay, guys, it's me. It's Shell, rolling in this community, and I am flying solo tonight. So, I am here for part 2 of the Pride series, and unfortunately, Lewis couldn't be here this evening. He had a previous commitment, so it's me. So, I am going to start with the historical timeline that him and I were talking about last Sunday, if you remember. And I did some research, and I've been doing research off and on, but I did some research and I found some things that were a couple of things. There's 2 articles that I found that gave us history, a nice timeline of the gay community and pride and things that have happened in the past. So I'm going to try to keep it really short and simple because I have a clip I want to show you guys. It's a clip from 2 years ago when I attended our first Pride here in our community, and I want to be able to have enough time to show you guys that clip. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So, all right. So I'm going to start way back when, and I have my nice little laptop out here to read over what I found. And so I'm not going to read over every milestone, but there's just a few that I want to just I'm going to read over, and then you guys can look it up for yourself. And this I found on PBS, as a matter of fact. So, and man, it's hot out here today. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that sweat in my face and my glasses fogging up? All right. So one of the first happened on December the 10th, 1924. Now, I found this on pbs.org, and so you can look this up, you guys, yourself. The Society for Human Rights is founded by Henry Gerber in Chicago. The Society is the first gay rights organization, as well as the oldest one documented here in America. After receiving a charter from the state of Illinois, the Society published the first American publication for homosexuals, Friendship and Freedom. I like that name. Soon after its founding, the Society disbanded due to political pressure. So that's one of the PBS.org, the Lavender Scare. And I don't know if any of you guys have heard that, but look up the Lavender Scare. As a matter of fact, the Lavender Scare, I believe it has its own website, lavenderscare.com, I believe. So in 1953, President Eisenhower declared gay men and lesbians a threat to the security of the country and therefore unfit for government service. In doing so, he triggered the longest witch hunt in America's history. Over the next 4 decades, 10,000s of government workers would lose their jobs for no reason other than their sexual orientation. It's hot, y'all. It's hot. Okay, so let me go ahead and get to 1965, because like I said, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible because I want to show you guys the clip. So July the 4th, 1965, at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, pickets began to stage the first Reminder Day to call public attention to the lack of the civil rights for the LGBT people. The gatherings will continue annually for 5 years. Okay, this is something that I did not know, so I had to look it up, right? So, and I'm going to give you just a little bit, and then you guys need to look it up yourself. Reminder Days. So, on July the 4th, 1965, 39 individuals gathered outside of Independence Hall to picket for homosexual rights. This event was one of the earliest organization homosexual rights demonstrations in the United States, sought to remind the public that the basic rights of citizenship was being denied to the homosexual individuals. Reprised each year through 1969, the year of the Stonewall uprisings in New York City, the annual reminders help define the outward presentation of homosexual activism going forward. Yeah, so you guys look it up. It's called Reminder Days. So now, here we are. I'm going to keep going on because there's more milestones. There's more milestones that are happening here. But June 28th, 1969, the patrons of the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village riot when the police officer attempted to raid the popular gay bar around 1 o'clock in the morning. Since the establishment of 1967, the bar had frequently been raided by the police officers trying to clean up the neighborhood of sexual deviants. So I want to take a moment and take a pause here, and I want you guys to check out the clip. My good friend Eric, 2 years ago when we first went to our Gay Pride celebration, he was the one that I got a chance to talk to and interview live on Facebook, and he explained it graciously and beautifully what happened the Stonewall's riots. So, did you guys see that bug fly over here? Anyways, check out the clip.
Hey, look at that. There's Eric. I gotta do something with that hair.
Oh,
so,
it looks great. It looks great. Beautiful.
So I have Eric here, who is on the board with the Pride event. And I just got a couple of questions that I want to ask him. One, what does Pride mean? That's one. And why do we celebrate Pride in the month of June?
Absolutely. So, the reason why we celebrate Pride is because we are a group of individuals who need a safe community. We want to let people know that it is okay to be gay, it's okay to be trans, it's okay to be lesbian, or it's okay to be gender neutral. And so we are here to be able to help fight for just our basic rights and let people know that we are a strong community and that we will be a solid front. And we will fight until we are blue in the face or until that a black trans woman can go out in public and not be assaulted for who she is.
So tell me a little bit more about that piece. I was asking you earlier, why is the month of June so important? Why did y'all pick the month of June to celebrate this?
Absolutely. So the reason why June is Pride Month is so back in 1969 at the Stonewall Inn in New York, that they were, it was an LGBTQ bar. And if you do research on it, it wasn't like a very nice bar. Like they barely had running water, sewage, like there wasn't really AC, but it was a safe place in which individuals could go and they could dress up in drag. They could do drag performances. It was like BYOB. It was just a safe environment.
Gotcha.
And then back in 1969 is whenever the police actually busted down the door and they started assaulting people. Because back in the day, that the police was able to come in and be able to assault you, arrest you, judge you, do anything towards you for being part of the community. And so what happened was, and the reason why it became a riot, is because a colored trans woman stood up and said that we are done. We are done facing hate. They're like, we love who we are, and we are going to fight until the day that we are able to go out in public and be who we can be. So the only thing it took was for her just to throw a brick at the cop, and then next thing you know, that's how the Stonewall riot actually happened. And so since then, 50 years later, here we are, and that's how Pride got started. And we're pretty much doing the same thing. We're here to fight for our equal rights. We're letting people know that we are not leaving, and we're going to create a safe and affirming place for these people to go to.
Thank you so much, Eric, and I appreciate it. Thank you for having B-Dogs, Street Dogs here. We've had a blast. Y'all missed out. It's been a successful day. It's been a busy day. So I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys next year.
Yes, thanks. Bye.
So, didn't Eric just nail that interview? I mean, he nailed it, didn't he? It's like in a matter of minutes, I put him on the air. I said, "You're going live. Why Pride? Why we celebrate Pride in June?" And he just knew it. Like he just nailed it. So thank you, Eric, so much. That was 2 years ago, guys. That was in 2019 when we had our first Pride celebration. So thank you, Eric, for letting me. So a little bit more about Marsha P. Johnson and Silva Rivera that I found on this article that I was telling you about, the Bustle. I believe it's called The Bustle. Anyways, both of these ladies were trailblazers back in those days. Like, they stood up. They fought for what they believed in. And they co-founded STAR. And STAR is the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries. They organized direct action in sit-ins as well as provided shelter for trans sex workers and other LGBTQ homeless youth. So both activists were also members of the anti-capitalist international group, the Gay Liberation Front, which is GLF. And they organized marches. They held dances to raise funds for queer people in need. And they also published a newspaper called Come Out. So once again, this is, something that I wanted to do this month, is to have this 4 series. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this and listening. And I hope you guys really learn a lot of what we're trying to share here to make us, make the community better and make us better citizens, make us better people, better humans. And so we have more to come next Sunday. So see you guys then.